And see your pearly whiteys as well. How you doing? Are you feeling the Androit love? Are you all about the Geek fam? How you doing this fine day?
I am fine, thank you.
Okay.
I'm feeling the Ricky, man.
It's a good pick. I like it a lot.
Ricky Magnus.
Yeah. Don't need to buy Battle Fury then, right? You just sort of get the Empower for free because you're awesome. But we should hop into this game in just a moment as we're getting ready to go into this one. Again, another lower bracket matchup as it's going to be Geek Fam trying to take down Androit. Loser is moving out. Winner, though, top 4. Let's hop into it.
Prepare for battle.
And we're back into the game now as we head out on our merry little ways and get to see ourselves a brand new patch. Now, I did want to talk a little bit about this Sand King. The panel talked about it some amount. Bach played it fabulously, and I kind of thought that Geek Fam was going to take a Slark going into the sort of carry chosen position, but they ended up going with the PA. Like, how much pressure can the Sand King put on against melee laners?
Not sure.
Yeah.
It should be better than before. In the old patch, I think the Sand King was already naturally good against other melee heroes. I think it got better right now. You just need 1 point in the caustic, just 1 point.
30 seconds to battle.
And we were doing the math on it yesterday in the laning stage. Just these giant grenades.
No.
I know it's not something we love to talk about, but it was deadly. The amount of pressure that Bach could put on. And sometimes I think one of the nice parts about this PA pick, at least, is that, you know, maybe Raven is going to be able to farm with daggers a little bit more effectively, not to put himself in danger.
The PA is, I think, a very good call-to-call matchup against Ricky. Because you're going to have like high base armor, and then you're going to have evasion. And Ricky generally doesn't want to get the MKB.
Right. It's not really his cup of tea, is it?
Yeah, no. You don't want to get MKB on Ricky. You want to get a Diffusal, you want to get your Battle Fury, but not this game. Get an SMY, Basher. There's a lot of stuff that you want to buy.
A couple of those other heroes, though, do feel like they'd be nice, tasty treats for Ricky to pick on in the later stages, whether it's the Rubik or even
all of them.
Sounds pretty nice.
All of them, except the PA.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody except for the PA. The PA is kind of the lone one that not going to want to battle at.
Yeah,
but that's why you are star peer, right?
Yeah, because the PA is the last pick, the overall last pick. Yeah. And Ricky was the the last pick in the second pick phase. So this is what we're getting here is a normal result from the pick phase, the pick sequence.
Well, a minute in already, and Ricky is just dancing away in the mid lane. We did see the Mac matchup against Mr. Carl himself. Cop got a couple of nerfs to the dagger as up top lane. Already they're going to try and just keep him alive a little bit more, and starting to throw out a lot of the damage, the burst hitting onto Raven. It's a hard matchup to go into.
It's mana cost, and I mean the level 1 mana cost is the same. It's just the initial damage, so it's what, 20 damage less, and in the second point is 15 damage less. It's just the initial damage, you know, it's not the dot damage, you know.
Right, but the mana cost goes up as you level it up. So, you know, sometimes these lanes where you've seen a PA or rather a pop just bully a melee hero, it's going to cost him a little more to do that.
But I feel like it doesn't really affect him too much because Corp has enough mana in general. But like you said, you never know, you know, sometimes that small little extra mana could be costly. You might not have enough mana for a blink with the combo.
Yeah, it's true. A time when you thought you would have been safe to be able to make the jump away happen down bottom. Gotta keep our eyes on this lane. CML being brought low. Cuckoo gets the last touch, and Natsumi seeing if he can maybe get a touch up on the Cuckoo afterwards, but that guy still has stick charges, and it's a little bit too deadly to go for it. So, first blood.
It's okay. Career, he's gonna be your career.
And Bach up top also is going to go down. So Raven able to take him out as well. And showing the strength of Whitemon on this Ogre, going the 1-1 build. It's going to just clarity up now and try and get ready for another pass.
This Ogre PA is actually doing way better than I expected. Look at the CS. PA is 18, Sand King is 13, and he just killed the Sand King.
Yeah.
Maybe this has to do with his skill build. As he didn't go for 1 point stun. He went for the maximum greedy build, 2 Sandstorm and 1 Caustic farming build. But sometimes in this kind of lanes, right, the stun is not entirely for pressuring the opponent, it's also for you to defend yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, if you can live through the damage over time of the Sandstorm, you don't really care that much about whatever Sand King is also doing. But now as they take out that Sentry Ward, they're going to need to bring out a Dust if they want to try and attempt to kill him again. And, well, the Courier's coming out with Sentry and a Dust, so they will be able to do that once that arrives there.
Yeah, and my least favorite time of the game, Runes. But no one has bottle, right?
No, doesn't look like it. It is mainly just a battle of the beatdowns in the mid lane. Queen of Pain is trying to get towards the bottle, but not quite going to get it, and it's going to be able to pick up a DD rune there for Carl.
By the way, the Magnus is out CSing the core. That's great.
Wow.
I mean, I guess it's pretty hard to deny the Magnus because of Empower. Like, every time I see this hero in the mid lane, he doesn't really lose his lane. And he doesn't pressure the enemy, but what he does is he pushes off the wave and he just jungles, so he can farm a lot more than you.
Right. And those small camps, while not necessarily significantly helpful in terms of like a ton of gold, it does inflate up the CS pretty quickly as well. And they're really quick to clear through also. That's the other part.
And he gets a lot of levels from it. Then it's going to allow him to even do bigger stacks, you know, like ancient stacks, whatnot. And bounty runes are going to spawn. Don't think anyone has a bottle, but the corp is coming here. I like the move by Carl.
Danger. Mac is there, but Mac gets the bounty rune. Now has to skewer away. Whitemon not able to get in range with the Fire Blast. But well, Mac did manage to clear out the double stack there on the hard camp. He missed a full wave in the mid lane, which kind of sucks for him in some way. Looks like he's still fine with it though.
It's not too bad. I guess he doesn't want to stay in the lane against the corp already. He feels like he's gonna take a lot, because he doesn't have a lot of regen left, so he doesn't want to take too much damage. So he'd rather jungle and not have to buy regen. So here comes the Ogre. He knows that Magnus is doing stacking shenanigans, so blocks the camp. Very, very nice.
Lays down the ward afterwards to scout it. A great hero to come and contest is going to be that Queen of Pain. Down bottom, they've been applying a ton of pressure on the Natsumi, just making it really hard for him to farm. But they're going to jump now onto Zephyr with the TP coming in from the Nature's Prophet. This position for Boomy is going to be able to make the rotation, find himself an assist. Very well played.
So the catapult wave is still there in middle lane. Not sure if they are gonna be able to pressure the tower, because Magnus is pretty good at pulling the wave back with shockwave and just holding the tower. So I don't think there's gonna be much action here in the first catapult. Everyone's just gonna be trying to maximize their XP gain, their farm. Sand King's building a Veil.
Okay.
Nature's
Prophet
Prophet's
online real quickly.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet's going ATOS. He kind of feels like they lack stuns, I guess. That's why he's building an ATOS. Do they lack stuns? They seem like they have a lot of stuff. Sand King stun, Oracle, RP.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that it's one of those things that like is just sort of a nice item to get for himself, right? Like there's a lot of times where maybe Boomy is going to be trying to chase down that last hero and they can just TP out in front of him or something.
So when you say a nice item to buy for yourself, it's mostly referring to the stats, right? Because you like the stats that the item gives you. Strength, intelligence.
Exactly. Well, and I think that also just for, you know, Nature's Prophet, no way to cancel a TP himself, and sometimes he's alone trying to find that kill.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty good against the Corp, PA, and the Pango.
Well, we'll see if it ends up working for him. Bach clears out the hard camp there yet again. They haven't attempted to stack the Ancients anymore, and Boomy's just getting a lane to himself now mid.
This is good for Radiant, very, very good for Radiant, because they have the lineup that can farm better with the Empower. And if the Dire lineup is not getting kills, not making rotations, it doesn't feel so good. And as I say that, Corp TP's bottom with Arcane Rune. Wants to get... Okay, he TP's and he's... Huh?
He wanted to get to the bounty rune quicker. You know, he didn't want to blink there.
No way, that was quicker.
I don't know what happened there. I have no idea.
You think I'm a kid or something? You're trying to, mislead me? Trying to tell me a fairy tale?
Exactly. Now you get it. Oh, Cuckoo. They're thinking about going on him down here. Mac is making the rotation instead. How often do you see a Magnus rotating before the Queen of Pain for a kill?
The Queen of Pain did rotate.
That's true. It's a fair point.
Maybe he felt like the crit wave was too near, because when they moved in, the Radiant team was doing a pull, so the wave went very near the tower, and he felt like he doesn't want to commit to it. That's why he just TP'd and decided to pick up the runes instead. I don't know, whatever he was thinking. So he ended up feeling like it wasn't the move for him to make. So right now, Magnus takes advantage of that, gets a kill, and goes back to farming. And this is great for the Magnus draft with the Riki. They are very happy about the game right now.
The thing to me that feels really weird about this is that it's Geek fam that have seen this the entire time. Zephyr makes the rotation down bottom and immediately gets picked off there as well. Walked within vision of that ward, and Natsumi was able to clean up the kill. But they've just seen the Magnus like go from camp to camp to camp farming. So there's not much they can do to stop it.
I mean, it's only the Corp that has TP bot again. She's the only one that can start a move, on the Dire team. But PA is not going to start a move. The Ogre's not going to start a move. The Pango is sitting in his lane waiting for the Corp to come. Again, he TP's bot and he decides to walk mid again. Because the tower's under prep for this time.
Radiant scans, they knew the entire time.
He definitely knows there should be some vision that is looking at his movement, because Radiant team is reacting perfectly towards all his attempts to gank the bottom lane. So he is already pinging that there might be a vision in front of the tower.
Yeah, that ward got them the kill on the Rubik, and then it also was able to save them 2 ganks from the Queen of Pain. If there's any evidence that you need that wards can win you games, that's it right there. They're going to think about going on to Cuckoo here. Is going to get rooted, walking forward with the swashbuckle, has the Rolling Thunder afterwards. Is actually going in for this. CML just going to play Ring Around the Rosie for a moment. Tried to get the Fate's Edict off. Will eventually land it, but there was no way he got out of there. Carl blows up the courier, and now Natsumi is going to be forced out of the lane.
Yep, and Kenny takes the late lane as the Rubik here. Going to try to soak up some farm, finish his arcanes. Maybe get towards his 8 Ether lands. False Stop is very good this game against the Riki.
Ooh, and they're actually trying to make it
trying to defend the tower.
Thought with that ulti they were going to go on him there, but it didn't quite have the range.
It's a bit difficult for them to get the initiation. It's daytime. Seki doesn't have dagger, so I think he's just here to defend the tower. He's switching sides with the Riki. Riki is going to move top. They need to have a +1 top to kill this Rubik.
And they have a +1 in Boomy. Rotates in, finds the trees, blows them up. And that is exactly what you want to do. Carl, though, showing up here as well. He's got Sonic Wave available. And that catapult is going to get dropped down.
The Sonic Wave even once? No, right?
I don't think so.
It's always been him tipping left and right, reacting, but nothing's happening.
Yeah.
0-0-0 Queen of Pain. 11 minutes.
It's not the way you want it to go.
And
Carl again throws out the dagger, gets a scream on a Natsumi, but there isn't any follow-up afterwards. Nobody else can really play with him right now. Like normally maybe be the Pango, but Cuckoo's farming. I don't know. Oh god, if Carl gets caught out here, I was wondering, Max making the rotation as well.
They still need to play together, despite maybe Cuckoo is having a bad early game compared to usual. But I think he still needs to move with the Corp. They have to work together. The Magnus is actually getting way too much out of the jungle. And a second.
They get the slowdown. Cuckoo going in onto Boomy. This is a big commitment here. And well, guess what? They got level 6 available. They get the false promise. That's going to keep them alive. And then the RP pulls it back onto 2. The burrow strike afterwards. That was not the move they wanted. Oh my word.
Top tower.
Well, that was not great. And they will be able to steal burrow strike by Zephyr, which is a nice pickup for them. Maybe they can make some type of a play there, and at least Carl didn't use the Sonic Wave, but losing the Quap like that, along with the Ogre, that one hurt.
TP got cancelled.
Oh, nice play there. And that's going to give Natsumi the tower.
Top tower has fallen.
Everything is working out very, very nicely for Androit.
Is under attack.
And I feel like Geek fam, it kind of feels like they know that they're playing against Empower, right? They're trying to force a lot of stuff to happen, but they're playing with too much stress, you know? They're not playing Dota calmly, and they're just like constantly trying to force things, you know? They're trying to move and nothing is happening. And that move there in front of the tower signifies that they are actually very, very stressed out, because they went for a dive on the Nature's Prophet, which has an Oracle behind me. Even though they were able to control the Oracle, but they were so deep behind the tier 1. And the Sand King and RP just went off.
And another pickoff here as well. White Mom's going to go down. Bach able to kill him. Oracle trying to heal himself up, but Raven will not be denied. The bloodlusted PA turning now onto Bach with the burrow strike onto 2. Carl picks up the kill. Cuckoo skewered to break the ulti, and then they're able to get out afterwards with Carl. So another 2-for-2 exchange.
That's a good trade for Geek fam, because the Sand King is way better than the Pango.
But I see Boomy taking up a lot of space in that top lane, and he is ahead of the Pango right now. He's, what, 1,600 gold behind the Quap on this position for Prophet?
It doesn't matter which role you are as Nature's Prophet. It doesn't matter. You're gonna farm. This is the kind of support hero you can always demand farm.
Pretty hard to deal with, man. Like, what do you do against this Prophet? He's gonna go get bounty runes. To take a tier 2 tower, he's gonna take some outposts. Dude's just chilling.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, he already did his job. He secured the Sand King's lane. And after securing the Paul's lane, as a support, you generally run around just farming the shit places where no one else can farm and placing wards. And you try to get team items or whatever your team needs to facilitate the clash later.
And Geek fam here trying to smoke up and find Natsumi. They're instead gonna run into Boomy. He does get hit. Burrow strike on burrow strike action. Can they bring him down? Bach is down low, but the save! Oh my god, the damage over time from the sun afterwards. Oh, Ku in some trouble. Are they gonna be able to get it off in time though? Just trying to turn, trying to kill. They will bring down the Sand King for the Pango. Zephyr being brought down very low, but hiding in the sandstorm. It's gonna keep him alive for the moment. This fight is getting all kinds of crazy as Boomy's getting jumped on by Raven. Will eventually be killed off.
That's a dieback.
Unreal. 4 dead for 1.
So they even got, they get the, they got both bounty runes. They're gonna pick up another bottom, so Geek fam has 3 bounty runes. That was a disaster for Raven. Big disaster. I think the RP mix was so costly that he tried to get 2 heroes, but he couldn't get even 1.
And that's one of those moments too. You place down that ward up on the high ground, and he wins you the fight. He is going to be able to find a pickoff there. That'll happen. That's what you get with the double blink daggers. It's actually terrifying to play this match right now. It's Queen of Pain. What's she gonna do?
That's what you get for playing the dangerous area. But the game is already pretty difficult for them. It's very hard to send someone to push out the dangerous area because, like you said, because they have 2 daggers in a pretty good time. You don't really have a good hero that can push out those lanes. I mean, apart from probably the Rubik or the Pango. Because they are comparing them to the Quad, they are more expendable.
I'm just thinking about, like, with PA and Quap, how do they deal with just the opening of a Magnus or a Sand King on them? Like, they need BKBs so early this game.
You have a Rubik. You have a Rubik for that. Look at the spells you can steal. RP, Sand King stun, maybe an Oracle False Promise. There's a lot of stuff that he can get and change the way the fight is gonna go. And it's gonna be up to the Riki that has to go and take care of him, you know. He wants to take care. I think the Rubik is actually the most important hero in the team fight for Geek Fam. The Riki has to deal with him first. Because he is the one that holds the key to turn the team fights. It's not the PA, it's not the Queen. Maybe the Queen of Pain to a certain extent and the Pango, but I think the Rubik has the biggest spell. If he gets a big spell steal, he has the biggest way of changing the fights.
Yeah. The Cuckoo Pango will be good until BKBs come out at the very least as well. But he also just has a hard time positioning himself in the fight, it feels like. So yeah, I want to see how much Zephyr can really get done in these engagements. And he's going to have an Aether Lens done pretty soon here.
What? He's trying to build... Okay, he's building a pipe for his team, yeah, against the Sand King on the Pango. So they won't have much initiation until the Rubik has a dagger.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Tail. Caught again on the Cuckoo. He's gonna turn on the dust now. Standing in the sandstorm. He's got friends nearby. Bach, have you bitten off more than you can chew? I think so.
Middle tower
nice, Rubik gets the last hit. In typical Yapso fashion.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Always gets the last hit. It's good for Rubik to secure the last hits.
Radiant's bottom tower
ding
is
dong.
under attack.
Wait, be right back.
Alright, no problem. Yeah, it's the Rubik type of play that he needs to get into that farm, as Winter was saying before he got visited. He is sort of needing that crazy early blink dagger if possible. But now 2,000 gold lead, 10 to 10, 17 minutes in. And it feels like the game plan for Androit is still just keep on farming. And now they got a Philosopher's Stone on top of everything else. So they are just happy as some clams here on the Androit lineup. Still looking for the next set of items for Geek Fam. They pick up some Vampire Fangs. The Queen of Pain takes them, then runs away. But yeah, I want to see sort of how this next Smoke move goes, because Androit, they're still kind of commanding a nice little bit of a lead here, but there's the opportunity for them to find more afterwards. They're really strong right now with these double blink daggers. Block's going to go on in there, find himself a quick pick off onto Whitemon, and they're going to head back the other direction. And it's worth noting as well, like the other part about this that's sort of interesting to watch is that you have your own form of steroid for Raven. The Bloodlust is a pretty significant beast for increasing his farm, and he has the Battle Fury up there as well. So it feels like the type of game where Raven is going to be able to farm pretty much no matter what. And currently sitting top of the net worth, 10K, going for the Sanjin Yasha and then into Satanic. I like that choice a lot more than the Queen of Pain, who's going... Well, now he's going back for the BKB. I kind of like the Lincolns that Carl was doing, but it also suffers from the same issues, right, of needing to deal with being RP'd. And the Quap's plan, I think, in this game is just, okay, I can't be RP'd. If I get RP'd, I lose. And Winter, I think you would agree with me in saying that that's pretty much what Carl has to do. If she gets RP'd at the start of the fight, the fight's probably over.
Yeah, she has to wait and come in the middle of the engage. You don't want to show yourself at the beginning of the fight. Oh, she's showing herself now?
Oh no, and jumped and caught and killed Cuckoo, trying to turn the tide of the fight, but the pullback in from the Magnus. Didn't need the RP that time, just the skewer. And that is more than enough to take down the Quap and the Ogre. One thing I was sort of pontificating about, well, I wanted your opinion on it. How would you rate like Bloodlust as opposed to Empower for a steroid, right? Because like PA already has the Battle Fury, so it feels like she's going to be pretty farmed.
Why not both? Draft both, go down on the same team.
Well, they did. They got the Rubik for that. Dude,
if you compare those two strictly against each other, I would say Empower is better because it allows you to get to your timings better. Like Bloodlust is strictly, I feel like it helps you, even though it helps you farm, but I feel like the purpose of Bloodlust is more towards allowing you to fight better. But the Empower allows you to farm better and fight better.
Fair. I guess it's also only one level in Bloodlust, which is not the greatest. It's definitely a feels okay man. And then you've also got Oracle Purge as well to take it off in the middle of a fight, which is really annoying.
It won't be that easy, I think, because she has to stay back and avoid the Quap Orchid, the Pango roll. So I don't think it's that reliable for the Oracle to be near the fights, you know, to dispel the Bloodlust. Maybe he can do it, but it won't be that reliable. He has one job: cast your ulti on the wherever the PA is going on, and maybe if you can, use your face edict on the PA.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, Roche is being brought down. No vision of this at all on the Geek fam side. That is going to give us a quick way to control the map for Androit. See what Geek fam can do to deal with it. It's gonna be tough though. Gonna be tough.
Well, they do have the, I would say, the strongest hero in this game, the PA. And he's going for a status resist build, which is very good against the RP. So if he can get to, I say, 2 more items, Satanic plus Abyssal Blade, I think she would be able to carry the game from there. But instead, they're gonna smoke out. I mean, it's
oh god! And right as that's happening, they find the Quap. Atos down, dead. That was the smoke they were supposed to jump into. But now they do have RP down. But Mac is gonna be chased, and I mean he's still fairly tanky here. No more skewer block. Jumps back around. Burrow strike lands. Bloodstone. Burrow strike. You got a sandstorm, my dude. I don't know if it's gonna matter though, as they do manage to get the false promise off. That keeps Mac alive. He's gonna skewer and start to punch down Cuckoo. So Androit able to salvage this fight, and Mac barely living there at the very end of it. Unreal. They started off with the RP on the Quap. Playman now going to be chased down as well afterwards. They got the Atos in a couple seconds, but they don't even need it. Just ending another life.
yeah, not the same page again. The Quap did the same move as the previous fight, where his team was smoking to him, but he went out 1 or 2 seconds too early to bait, and then his team wasn't able to save him. They were able to start the fight, but they were lacking a lot of damage because the Queen of Pain wasn't there to dish out the damage. So 2 very, very costly mistakes by Geek.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Good news is the PA didn't die, so she's farming still.
Keeps it going. Trying to get next into the BKB after Sanjin Yasha, deciding that Satanic is not going to be the play. And they're heading up top. They want to fight again. They didn't get to use anything from Quap last time since she got taken out at the start of the fight. I'll have to say, this has not been Carl's best game that I've seen from him.
Yeah, he's having a very, very hard time this game. I think I feel like he's frustrated, about how the game is going. That's why he's playing like this. As he all started from the TP towards bot lane, he TP'd twice to bottom, but they couldn't really start a fight. I think maybe he was expecting his teammates to be more aggressive to cause something to happen, but no. And top lane.
Just laid down a ward with the disarm.
Yes, Aegis though. Are they sure about going on him?
I think Cuckoo saw is like, alright, never mind. Sorry guys, I'm getting out of here.
They're a bit disorientated right now. They have to regroup and just figure out how they have to play the game. And I think that going into the late game is a very, very good scenario for them.
Oh my god, they got Carl again! Oh my god. 2, 5, and 3.
Yeah, he was trying to finish. He was trying to finish the BKB, but it's the dangerous lane, right? It's a dead lane. So he's very near to the enemy territory here. Like, ideally, you should have the supports or the lower tier heroes to push out the wave. Blue Bay, Pango. But he just got, because I think he was 100 gold shot. Sometimes it gets to you, you're having a shit game, and then you try to take more risks than usual. Not like Carl is someone that doesn't take risks, Everyone knows he takes a lot of risks.
But I think that's also it's not all on Carl definitely as well, right? Like part of it is his team taking over the other areas of the map where he would naturally farm, right?
I mean, we wouldn't know. They could be they could be tilted or something, someone's angry and you get distracted, when you're talking during the game. If you're communicating something that's not regarding towards the game, like emotionally, then it would cause plays like this to happen. People get distracted.
That's a tough one. Well, it's a 7,000 gold lead, 17 to 10. And right now, Androit completely in the lead. It is going to be Roche being reclaimed in about 40 seconds.
Top lane. If Carl blinks out, oh no, I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh my god, how many times? How many times? Carl, just get your BKB somewhere else, man. Please. Just go elsewhere. Oh no, and back on the other side, Mac gonna find him.
Oh, PA.
They have some skewer. The chase down. He's got some stash resistance, but it doesn't look like enough to pile onto Cuckoo. And now trying to jump away. Zephyr hiding in the pit does manage to get the TP out, but they got their eyes set on the man. Natsumi, he is going, Raven rather, excuse me. I just saw Natsumi on the Ricky, but nonetheless, Raven will be able to escape. Ooh. Winter.
If he died there, that was GG. If he actually died there. He's the last beacon of hope for Dyer.
Do you think Carl goes back top lane? Do you think he goes there again? It's the safest place right now. All of Androit's over here.
He should go there, but he might get tilted and not go there.
He comes bottom and just dies. No! Carl, no! Say it ain't so! He's showing up here again. Block is nearby. All right. They're going to back out. Now the jump, though. Raven pops his BKB, wants to fight Boomy. He is not taking much damage. This man has a halberd. The chase down is still there. He gets the false promise afterwards. Oh, they're waiting. They're looking for an opening. Mac has his RP available. Don't step too far forward. They got Cuckoo caught, and he is going to go down. Dude, Boomy is so hard to kill. Look at this guy.
Dyer's bottom tower has fallen.
2k HP.
Did that feel like a bloodlusted PA was hitting him?
No,
Dyer's
he's more
bottom
farm.
tower
He
is
was more
under
farm
attack.
than he's more farm than the.
Dyer's structures are fortified.
Unreal. Carl has his BKB completed, so should not. Oh no.
Not this time.
No, no. Natsumi's on him. Oh, Carl gets the blink away. Sonic Wave, not going to do it. He was able to dodge away from that one. He's just very not wanting to die there, and he doesn't end up being brought down, but at the same time, Mac is able to get the blink away and another blink away from the Oracle, because yeah, Oracle also has a blink dagger. Mac gonna just BKB TP. They won't be able to bring him down.
That was actually really smart that he BKB'd. That was actually really good. He could have got caught by the Rubik there. He didn't see anybody, right? He just saw the... Oh, okay, never mind. He had a ward. Okay, he had a ward here. I thought he didn't know that how many people were there, so he just BKB'd and TP. Even though it was just a PA in front of him.
Yeah, because, I mean, you give up that kill at that point, and that's so much gold. You really don't want to give it away.
Yeah, no point saving a BKB there. I think for the Magnus, it's more like your BKB in the team fight is just important during the RP duration, right? 4 seconds of disable, you want to right click and do damage. I think apart from that, you don't really mind too much with the BKB going down to 5 seconds.
Right. Well, they're getting closer to MKB on Raven, which will definitely help.
He can solo carry this game with this MKB. MKB and Abyssal as his last 2 items.
Maybe a Rapier a little bit later.
I don't really think he needs Rapier this game. He can dish out enough damage. He just needs lockdown, survivability, and his team to cast some spells, you know, like the Rolling Thunder, the Sonic Wave, and especially the Bloodlust, you know. There's some net worth added to the PA with the Bloodlust.
Fair. Yeah, maybe the Ogre gets to that level 20 talent or something like that.
Level 20 on Ogre?
Yeah, man, he's over halfway there. Look at him.
I think it's going to happen?
He's over halfway there. How can you argue with that logic?
Where is his Midas? Tell me.
He just doesn't have it yet. He's getting there. It's cheaper now to get it. Didn't you read the patch notes?
100 gold cheaper.
Exactly.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Dude, honestly, all they need to do is just kill, like, Mac 1 time, and that's going to be his Midas.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Just kill him. That's how the game works, right? Just kill him.
Kill him 1 time.
That doesn't matter, you know, 20k go behind, 30k go behind. All we need to do is just kill him.
I'm glad that you see how simple it is. It's important.
It is that simple. It is that simple.
Exactly.
Radiant
I want to see what this Natsumi Ricky goes for his level 20 talent as well, because he's going to get his a lot sooner than the Ogre will.
Blink strike range, I think.
Okay.
Multiplier 0.5. I think blink strike range has more utility though. Not very sure. 0.5.
0.5. It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. It's close to
25%
yeah,
increase
25%.
almost?
Yeah, 25%. It's a pretty good scaling talent.
Raven?
Hard to compare them.
They find themselves a Boomy. And he is going to go down. No way to get the rest of the team there in time, so they will bring him down rather rapidly.
They have to be very, very careful on how they're approaching this game. You know, if they get too laxed, they might lose this game. Like I said, the PA she has the ability to solo carry this game. They are 15k behind, but she can solo carry the game.
Oh my god, they claimed the bounty immediately. Boomy died, put the bounty on Quap, and then ended up getting the kill. And then they mass tipped him. Dude.
Is that better than tipping him before he dies?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that is. I think that's the best, is if you get the bounty set on him. If it was a 5-man bounty on him, and then they killed him, and then they 5-man tipped him.
That's the PA. He's gonna 5-man destroy them.
We'll see. I mean, they're sending in these treants, but this Roach is falling down low. I don't think they're going to get here in time. Natsumi gets the Aegis.
Huh. I thought the ogre would actually just walk in, beat the ward, you know, and see how it goes, you know. But they decided not to do anything about it. Then the game gets a lot harder right now because they have
Dire's middle
Aegis
tower
and
is under
Chiefs.
attack.
Right.
But I still think that the PA can carry this game. He's a better call-to-call matchup than the Riki. He has Bloodlust. All he needs to do is just fight at a good position with the Pango rolling in. The Rubik hopefully steals some stuns. And Rubik
There's a Riki with Empower, which does so much damage. You know, you get the agility buildup that this hero naturally does. That gets doubled. Then you also get the bonus off of it from Empower. It's like, he is really terrifying how much damage he does.
he gets the bonus cast range as well on 20.
Yeah. It's scary.
475 range. Huh. I guess this gives him a lot of offensive and defensive capabilities. And Sanking and Riki. Hello!
Look at how quick they are just to move over here. And Carl doesn't stand a chance. This guy just got a plate mail. They demolished him.
His blink is actually as the same range as the quad blink.
Oh my god, he's got 2 of them. How is that balanced? Whitemon goes down afterwards. They're gonna try and jump in up here. Zephyr is just gone, and Raven is getting melted. Look at the damage from the Riki. He jumps inside the tricks of the trade. The chase down could come again. If they want to chase down onto Raven, Hex comes out, because that's a thing that Boomy has at 32 minutes. The chase forward, the kill onto Raven. Natsumi is still living here on this Riki. The false promise comes out. Cuckoo not doing nearly enough damage. He is also going to be tipped. He is potentially going to get away. But I think that there's a limit where the core-to-core matchup doesn't matter anymore. And this is it. GG is called. They owned him.
They owned Carl.
Yeah, man. That was a rough game.
Yeah, very, very rough game. I mean, I've been singing a lot of praise about